Team secrets turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for game number 2 of Secret versus Newbie. Best of 3 lower bracket elimination match. Secret fighting for their playoff lives here in MDL Gods.
Not going too well. They need to go back to picking this fella, LD. I mean the LD.
Oh.
The Lone Druid. Go back to the Misery Lone Druid. It was their like bread and butter in the group stages. They were doing well with it. The Lone Druid Spectre. I don't think, I mean, there's not like clear synergy between them. It was more the setup where they have a off-lane farmer, a safe lane farmer, and then we on the tempo controller, so it worked well for them. So
well, we'll see if they can find a replacement for the Earth Spirit, or if they do get it, perhaps, as he was impressive with it. The draft has been game 2 is officially underway. And we'll hop into it now.
Oh, they had first pick, and they got
do get the Earth Spirit, so
here we go. Second pick Lone Druid.
Reserved.
Want to see it happen.
Newbie take it away.
Not a hero. Nah, they're not Lone Druid pickers. It's just the Western teams playing Lone Druid. I was telling Dakota, it feels like for the first time, like many years, like you go back to like TI3, TI4 era, it was always the Western teams who were more the trendsetters and changing the metagame. It feels like kind of the other way around. Heroes like Morphling and Terrorblade were being picked up first by the Eastern teams, Faceless Void another good example. And the Western teams had a few of their own picks, but they don't seem to be doing as well, like the Lone Druid perhaps, you could say. But I think Lone Druid's kind of been 50-50. OD another hero, I think maybe you've seen more of the Western teams and...
Well, they're not trendsetters yet, because the Western teams are copying them. If they win the tournament and then the Western teams copy them, then they'll be the trendsetters.
I think there has been some, maybe not direct copying, but like EG as well as Secret played their first games of Morphling on the new patch. They played their first games of Terrorblade on the new patch, so they played these heroes in the past, but they hadn't played it all in the new patch until like LGD and G were owning with these heroes, so they were definitely picking up. The Morphling especially was one where I was like, ooh, Envy's playing Morphling, or Arteezy was playing Morphling, which was something they hadn't done in the past at all. I can't think of Arteezy ever really being known for having played much Morphling in the past.
Well, let's see if he pokes his head out this time. Waterman is available. We're gonna start things off with the Darkseer Spirit Breaker, and there's your Lone Druid Secret. So they secure the offhand carry. Well, I have to wait and see what the safe fun one is gonna be.
Yeah, I actually reckon Jug's better than the Spectre as far as like the overall strategy, where you're pushing high ground with the Spirit Bear with the Healing Word. Was what Alliance just dominated with during Star Ladder. That bear just becomes unkillable when you've got this percent-based healing backing it up. But they like the Spectre because of the synergy with the Earth Spirit. You find a pick-off with the stun into Rolling Bolt and Spectre Haunts, and it's a guaranteed kill. And Spectre goes for the Urn, Asha, Fusel, meta-type fighting build, and it's Earth Spirit can just kill anyone after the Spectre Haunt to give up. So it's two like different combos, whether they want the combo with the Earth Spirit Spectre or they want the push with the Lone Druid Jug. They haven't done it. I think just, I mean, as far as how you win the game, you need to push buildings. You don't need to kill heroes, so...
Yeah, just a game where they lost combo, so it is by no means an auto-win.
Yeah.
But definitely has a strong peak in the mid-game when you get your Manta Diffusal on the sector. As for Newbie, they're taking their time here with their first ban, trying to decide what they want to snap away from Secret. Venge gets ignored here early on. Generally is a pretty quick grab, and... Interesting to see Newbie go for the Spirit Breaker over the Stalker, which some of the other teams like Ichi have preferred. Yeah. So they are going to force Secret to do something different.
Yep.
They will ban out the Mercurial Spectre.
I like the Spirit Breaker. You can just like run it a Lone Druid and like something you charge past his bear. You're not going to get rooted. You just bash his bear on the way through. So I think Spirit Breaker a very good pick in general against Lone Druid.
10 seconds remaining.
And he's just nice and tanky, so...
We'll see if they can pull off the Fenrir level of aggression where they actually managed to kill Lone Druid early on.
Yeah.
This is one of the best carries to deal with the Razor, but does get removed from the pool. No static link shenanigans. Also, they Newbie appear to like these fairly low farm priority mids for Mu.
So Newbee can throw
10
another ban at
seconds
Envy if they want to
remaining.
take out Jug or Ember Spirit, but wonder if they're
5
thinking about the
seconds
Pilot Eye
remaining.
type supports, like the Roamers can cause problems, heroes that can
Reserve
benefit
time.
and just gank with the Earth Spirit early on. The Bounty Hunter always has this ability, although I'm not really liking Bounty Hunter into Spirit Breaker Darks here. That's probably actually a disaster case. But some of those strong supports that can also cancel off the Spirit Breaker Chud. So heroes like Rubik, you look at Lion,
Team
and
Secret's
heroes
turn
that
to
actually
pick.
prevent the Spirit Breaker Chud from being successful.
Well, there's the Venge, so I'm not gonna sneak through any longer. Maybe remove the Terror Blade, and there's plenty heroes out there. We saw the Ember earlier this time. You mentioned he's been experimenting with Morphling, so it's tough to fully ban him out.
So Newbee in Venge, he's in and it can be a 4-position Venge 5,
10
it can be
seconds remaining.
as a carry. I've seen
been less impressed by the Great Venges.
Yeah,
Five
overall.
seconds remaining.
absolutely. I think it works only if you have a big snowballing mid and like an offlaner who's getting lots of farm.
Reserve time.
But the one who's been very impressive is Burning on the carry Venge. I feel like he's the most successful
Yeah.
overall.
And Dark's an offlaner who farms a lot, so if you get like a mid, like an Invoker or something, I think an Invoker Venge Darks here makes a pretty good kind of core trio to push, to be a strong in the mid game, either late game's not too shabby.
Newbee's turn
Witch
to
Doctor
pick.
now snap up a secret, so they get another hero to sustain the push. You mentioned Healing Ward.
Yep.
Well, a little Voodoo Restoration will do in a pinch. Could still go for the Jug if their Heart's Desire. It's kind of tough for a Darkseer to kill him off as well.
Yeah. Jug lanes well enough against Darkseer just because of Healing Ward, and Witch Doctor zones really well. I mean, Alliance just showed how good Jug Lone Druid is at Starlight.
10
I'm
seconds
surprised the
remaining.
teams playing Druid who came to MDL haven't been using the duo
5
to
seconds
Alliance to
remaining.
the success they did.
I wonder what Newbee on the air there. Pretty mid-game focus
Reserve
right now.
time.
No hard carry to speak of, and they go for a Bristle.
Team
This
Secret's
is
fight.
turn
one that
to
can man
pick.
up on the bear, and not easy to burst down. Another tanky presence, also a tough kill for the Earth Spirit. They've now got 3 tanks against
Yep.
Earth Spirits, so there's no real easy pickoffs here.
And they've got heroes who can build mech pipe as a guard, even if you want to block them the bear damage, and that's something very useful against all the AoE damage coming out from the Earth Spirit with Magnetize, later on Lone Druid with Radiance. So
10 seconds
really
remaining.
liking kind of what Newbee have put together here.
5 seconds
I
remaining.
am interested to see who that final piece of the puzzle is for Newbie, but first to
Reserve
see what
time.
Secret want to go for. Maybe gonna hang off on their carry. They do go for the AA
Newbee's
pickup
turn
now.
to
They're,
ban.
I think, starting to worry about this new group up. As you mentioned, seeing all these heroes that can build the big 5-man items and just generally death ball.
Yeah, maybe be able to
Team
there's
Secret's
no
turn to ban.
heal on the straight up. The mech type items that they're going to pick up means you can just jump one and focus down. But Secret don't actually have any initiation outside Earth Spirit, and it's very much kind of like AoE damage right now. So I'm wondering if their last pick for
10
Envy will be
seconds
something like,
remaining.
oh, okay, let's say Wraith King, cop it out. But you can blink on, choose a target, and try
5
burst them down with the
seconds
follow-up
remaining.
Ice Blast. So,
Hmm.
and that's a main issue that Jug pick brings to the table. It
Reserve
doesn't
time.
give you any kind of reliable control or something that can give you another good initiating tool.
Maybe Ember, but Ember is not great
Yeah.
against Crimson Guard, and Bristle very often does so.
Sven, perhaps, is the like alternative to the Wraith King.
They have a lot of ways to control and kite a Sven.
Nice thing for Seeker is they have the final pick, so they can see what Newbee running mid, and that's going to kind of decide a lot of Newbee's overall strategy, because they can push pretty well. Like, they want to fight for sure. They've got really good team fight, but whether they're going to be playing more towards the late game or trying to push and things fast is somewhat reliant on what mid they're picking up from Moo.
Secret taking their time with the last ban here. Trying to think what Newbie want around this draft out, and also how are they looking to lane it here? Are they running like a Darkseer or Bristle mid versus our Spirit?
No.
Are we going to see them both at the side laner or something else for the mid lane?
They could do Bristle mid as a solo. That's not too bad.
They ban out the Lycan.
Yeah.
Secret. They don't want to get pushed down.
What's a
They
Newbie
want
hero?
this to go late.
They like TA. They also, in the past, ran quite a lot of Dragon Knight from Moo. But I think TA is like one of Moo's best heroes, and
Is he good this game though? They're gonna have a lot of damage over time.
yeah, the refraction gets burned away pretty
And there's like no defensive supports. But I guess they're dire. They're likely to be able to get Roche.
Yeah.
I think they're a little too physical
10
damage
seconds
maybe at that
remaining.
point. Heavy.
Lena actually seems really good. They get some
Oh.
single
I
touch
like
damage.
Lena better there.
5 seconds remaining.
Be able to blow
4
some of these
seconds.
heroes up.
What's it gonna be, Newbee?
Reserve
Wait,
time.
sorry,
We
they
don't-
still,
we don't-
we can't see their bonus time because of the
Damn your
overlays. So.
overlays.
I was gonna say, man, Newbee, you're really coming down to the wire here. Alright, 35 seconds.
I
They got
speak for the trees.
Oh!
Team
So Bristol
secrets
mid, I
turn to
guess,
pit.
This is what EG did with the
How
Prophet versus
Prophet.
Druid.
It's actually really annoying to lane against. When you're playing Prophet, you just click the Lone Druid hero with Treants while you last it with your hero, and
As soon as you get phase boots, Lone Druid actually
Yeah.
gets bullied really hard.
you're
And
such
if you have
sad
support
Lone
there to
Druid
help.
against that.
If you have support there to help, he gets the phase boot of your level progression.
And if you ever try and like test and trade hits,
10
suddenly a Spirit Kick
seconds
comes
remaining.
charging in and bam, you're dead. So you can't even try and play aggressive and
5
go
seconds
toe to toe with the
remaining.
Prophet because of that charge threat.
Alright, Secret. They have 15 seconds here
Reserve
to go.
Spirit.
And the RO for the Envy hero is mentioned, so a pretty standard Envy hero. Can cancel the charge. Don't really have much catch for him.
Yeah, it's the comfort aspect of the hero. Can cancel charge, can lane or against stacks here, can catch any split pushing Prophet later on in the game.
But it does make for a pretty greedy conclusion to the draft. A lot of space required for both of their carries. It's probably going to be that
Yeah.
3 protect 2 once again.
And that was when they did the Spectre with the Lone Druid, the MB could actually create space from Misery. And that's something which is really looking at our alliance and how they had success with the Lone Druid. They always had their mid and their carry creating space for Lone Druid. I don't feel like Ember does that as well. He generally wants to play a bit greedy and secure his own farm. And Envy's playstyle on Ember
10
is even
seconds
more
remaining.
towards like the greedy side, the farming side, rather than the like Matumba Man Em Spirit, which fights a ton and always looks to get involved in kills. Like the way he would play like around the Minecraft Darks, he was always like fight. Let's.
Prepare
I don't
for
even need my
battle.
boots of travel. I just want to come TP in and initiate, and something which a playstyle that Envy doesn't do as much.
Where's Storm, by the way?
He's dead. He's no longer one of the spirits.
I would love to see the 3 spirit draft. You know?
You could fit
Get
it in.
the Ember. I mean, or
Ember's
they need to add a
insane.
4th spirit to the game. What would be the next one?
The wind.
Do you go like the Captain Planet direction and add heart to the power of love? Who would be the heart spirit?
No one wants to pick that. No one wants. That's the reject spirit, you know.
Put that one in the trash.
Alright, Sentry. God. This is a Tengo.
Oh, that's big.
30 seconds.
Not needed,
to
but you want to
go.
make sure you get the last hit, get denied, and you're skating gang. That's also his Dark Age has a ton of that, which means this offlane gets a lot easier for him, but he gets level 2 that much quicker, so he's not worried about as much of getting killed at level 1, the Witch AA. So having an early deep.
Could be a good
Very-
answer.
Yep.
And Rune is gonna spawn.
Ooh, do they
Newbee
fight?
maybe thinking about contesting this though. They've got 4 in position. Cask is gonna bounce nicely though. They get Moo in front. He's not all that tanky at this stage of the game. He has gone for the quills and he's forced to pop the fairy fire. It's a drive-by feed from the bristle and a double bounty grab for Secret. Off to the races. Looking for how does have to teleport out and will actually barely get.
Yeah.
Cask was cooling down there.
Okay, Lane, looking good now. You don't.
Secret are in fantastic shape.
Yep, double bounty on first blood, and a low HP Nature's Prophet for Misery to lane against, makes this lane a lot easier for him. Yeah, Ember. So Ember and Darkseer fought over the bottom rune, and it went the way of the Ember too. So that was like
The dream
yeah,
started.
dream scenario. Bristle really just overestimating how tanky he was gonna be there when he ran in trying to quill spray people down. And like Newbie's level 1 fight just it's okay, it's not great. Like Break is always like a kind of level 2 specialist when he has charge as well as bash. You can bash heroes on through the charge until the level 2, so
Well, rough beginning. Let's see if they can salvage this one. For now, it is be the offlane Lone Druid. It's 1v1 against Nature's Prophet. Sports are roaming all over the place currently. Maybe trying to set up on Weehaw. They do have charge available.
that'll get you back in the game maybe.
Maybe Weehaw.
Yeah,
Trying to keep creeps away from his tower. And Chwan is sticking around.
he didn't
for a
have,
while.
if he'd gotten a kill, they might be expecting a really early bottle to come up, but his bottle's still very fast.
So Venge instead will roam on the top lane, perhaps, but Lone Druid full HP, so should be okay.
And gets down that nice lane so you can keep tabs of when Lone Druid's falling back to the big camp, as well as when he's at his tower.
As Spirit Breaker and Prophet, they can definitely gank him there.
And this is an amazing ward to have when you have Spirit Breaker and against it that wants to farm that jungle. So good spot to be in. 2-minute rune coming up, and it looks like a bit of a 5 at the bottom one, perhaps.
Little rumble in the river, could be Ruin Le, able to back himself away, has the charge, ready to go, but they would be charging into the cask from Pylai Dai, who actually just got thrown out, so maybe they can come out of this. They're gonna lose Le. Looks of things, has the fairy fire, keeps him alive a little bit longer, but Pi will be the trade, so it's gonna end up being a 2-for-1 most likely. Roll combination comes through. Weehaw, maybe he's in trouble now. Diane Shell could go his direction. He's gonna be forced to interrupt. There's the surge on the How on the Nature's Prophet, getting right in the thick of things. This seems the Venge as the farmer in the top lane. Very unexpected way for the lanes to reconfigure. And already there's a charge back towards top.
Yeah, Misery better not feel too safe up here just because Prophet TP'd out. This charge, the double damage Venge, is actually a little bit on the thin side. Venge level 1, so no
the damage is a bit lacking. Well, if nothing else.
Oh, that's actually cancels the charge with the Roar, the Savage Roar.
Oh no, he doesn't have. I think it actually hit there first, didn't it?
No,
he doesn't have bash yet.
He used it from the bear. It looked like.
Oh, I thought he was. Oh yeah, you're right. Because he was charging the hero, not the.
Yeah, that was a quick.
It looked like he had charged and hit the bear and then stop it.
Yeah, so maybe actually, I just kind of assumed like, oh, Lone Druid can be very vulnerable to those charge kicks, but if you position the bear right and
what's the AOE on it? It's pretty low, right?
Sure. 325. It's long enough.
It's like chains, so it's pretty doable.
Yeah, you can do it before he hits you, but
He's thinking about a jump on Misery, another charge. Where's the backup?
Got 17.
Needs help. Too late.
Only got the 2 heroes. He tried to position his bear catch all 3, but Newbee positioned so that he couldn't get all 3 of them.
Very timely bash there as well. Might have lived with it, or at least forced the Spirit Breaker to trade away his own life. So good news for Newbee as well. Oh, that's good news. Too late. Gonna try to sell up this Maledict. Looks like it should be enough to keep him alive. Bristleback is caught up very nicely.
Yeah. And Darkseer having good time in the offlane. He's got 11 CS, close to level 4. Envy's not really free farm. He's close to free farm. He's probably getting like 80 to 90%, but the INL will mess with you a bit, force you to use it more HP regen, even cause you to miss a last hit here or there.
Now the phase boots come out, and the fun begins for the HP Prophet. Closing in on the level 6, slowly but surely. And once he gets that with Breaker or Darkseer, you gotta imagine Newbee are gonna be face-rotting the crap out of the Secret. I am curious to see how much Weehaw can down. He was very impressive yesterday on, and in fact, so far the entire tournament on the Earth Spirit. It'll need to be.
That first level 6 Magnetize is kind of when he normally comes into the picture.
Yeah, I wonder whose target will be this game.
Yeah, Prophet, a good Prophet or Dex is fine. Any of the core heroes really. I think more than anything, you just want to use it, get a kill, and try, then just get the cooldown rolling. And it's more about space creation for your rest of your team. By just forcing rotations out of Newbee. And even if you don't get a kill with it, you force like 3 or 4 heroes your way. It's space for Lone Druid to farm, for Ember to farm.
Smoke from Secret.
They're prepping, I guess, with Wee getting close to that level 6, and want to be able to back him up. Possibly get a kill here on the mid lane, since there's no cores in the top lane.
On How, or are they wrapping around on mid?
Those two can't really kill How unless there's a TP up there, which we can definitely do. He's Earth Spirit, so
I guess they're gonna go for the more local kill. Sweeping around on the mid lane. There they go with the boulder kick, but it misses. The smoke gets revealed. Pi did poke his head out. And the timing is now lost. So looks like not going to find the opening there. Good effort by Secret, but it is not rewarded.
Yeah, right idea, just slightly off on the execution.
Meanwhile, Newbee also on the roam here off in the Dire jungle. Are they looking for a jump perhaps on the bottom lane? Emperor is level 6 now though, so that's a tough kill. We'll see how summons some tree ants. He does have the Nature's Wrath, and Newbee really want to play around that. They might be setting up on Envy. They're trying to get in possession. It looks like just finagling around through the trees. No Radiant Vision, but Again with the remnants, this will be tough. They're gonna try 40's pop the flame guard though right as they charge in, and he's not able to get the chains off. Didn't quite have the mana for it. Actually the stick charges, Envy just chain stun for days and nights as the Prophet will complete the kill, but now they're pretty far. Maledict was deployed and it is dropping Newbee low here. There's the magnetized rotation, killing off one, looking for Tule. He's gonna roll the wrong direction though, and ticks down anyway to the medic. So they get the counter kills. It's an Ember in exchange for a Darkseer and a Spirit Breaker. So 2 for 1.
Yeah. I think slightly better.
Oh, the instant smoke. All right, they're going back in. They want a piece of the puppy. Can they get him? Cask is gonna bounce beautifully. Newbee grouping up a bit too much, and perhaps Wee looks for a little more now. If they stick around too much longer, but these heroes are pretty tanky. No mag dies, so they'll make it up.
That still feels okay for Newbee, killing off the Envy, Ember Spirit, and Secret committing and rotating everyone except the Lone Druid down at the bottom lane. Although Newbee kind of followed up themselves with the rotation.
This LD is having a great game though.
Yeah.
34 CS on Misery. See Led charge over to the top lane, gets the incidental bash off on the or Spirit in the meanwhile.
And Misery immediately pings the ward saying, how's he charging me from mid lane? Well, at least the ward has to be here.
Unfortunately for Misery, it's about to expire. But so showing some good game sense. So Misery, he pretty much always gets the Iron Talon in the off lane, right? No, I guess he hasn't gotten it. He's just, I guess he's. It seems like players are very, different in their views on that. Some always rush it. Some get it a little later on. Some will get it if not having a great time in the lane.
And I've seen some players who will get one game and not get it the next, and it's just whether they decide to get it or not get in the moment.
It seems like it comes down if you have free farm or close to it, then maybe you just rush the Midas. Seems to be a lot of the thinking.
They'll even often have the Ring of Protection and then just never use it to make
never
anything.
Complete it. Yeah. Well, may save it for the Vlads later on, but yeah, it's definitely a flexible aspect of the hero now.
So Drum's Prophet, but definitely following this will be, I feel like, essential to get an Orchid against Ember when you've got no other good reliable control to deal with him.
No, they're going to converge here on Puppy. Quills are stacking up. They want a good to come through and maybe turn this one around. The Maledict's there. Newbee taking a lot of damage under the tower. Then the Magnetize from Weehaw arrives and erupts all over them. They're going to keep on dropping stones. Chuan in a lot of danger. There's the roll forward. The counter plays from Weehaw, finding 2 kills, including a core Bristleback, only for a support and ancient apparition, and Misery farming along with Envy all during this time. Great stuff for Secret.
9-minute Midas, very good for the Lone Druid, and CMB get a bottle refill it looks like, but Charge Top, not going to commit to it as Earth Spirit's actually roamed up there. What's he thinking? Just looking to protect the Lone Druid a bit.
Gotta say, Weehaw continues to impress on the Earth Spirit. 1-0-3, and he's been crucial in salvaging some of these hyper-aggressive Newbee dives.
And he just plays so in your face. He goes through this very tanky build, picks up the Treads wand, he's sitting on like 1300 HP, then he goes into the Veil Blade Mail, and he's got all this, then he gets up to like 1500 HP with the Blade Mail. You just never want to kill him or focus him down because of that.
Yeah, but with all the levels, he actually does a ton of damage, so you get punished for ignoring him. They are gonna get eyes here in the river onto Mr. Envy, who's a bit low on mana, stunned, and Jackie Mao is down.
He was going all in to get that 10-minute rune.
Yeah, he had a remnant up the cliff, but that was not gonna save him anyway. It was not nearly far enough away. Start hunting for Puppy, and they will control him, lock him down. My god, the physical damage from Newbee, absolutely ridiculous, as they will easily kill him off and start looking for a tower in the bottom lane. There is a slow split push right top from the Earth Spirit, but it is not going to get the job done at the same pace.
It's a bit of the same as last game, just kind of uncharacteristic Secret mistakes, like getting caught out, be it Envy or like we've seen Wee last game on the OD. Just these kind of pickoffs which normally you wouldn't see out of those players. They just seem a little bit off.
They just want Roche.
Yeah. Newbee being so good at punishing and capitalizing on these mistakes, like they don't just get the pick-off, they then transition to a tower, a Roshan, an objective every single time, and they're just playing like such a cohesive
They want to contest this. They just lost their Darkseer, and I think he had the mech complete. or nearly at that. Yeah, just about had it. Fought it in time, but rolling in a huge magnetize from Weeha, combined with the Death Lord. It's gonna burn Land down. He does get stunned through this, almost dead off the bat, charging his way in. He accepts his fate. They will get the counter kill on the Witch Doctor, but it's small consolation. There's 3 drop in the end. Weeha again coming up huge in the big team fights. Not having the Darkseer there with the mech, wow, that really hurt him.
Yeah, he's hung around bottom lane for a long time, and Envy's respawn TPS, I can't imagine it was anything beyond like a Fire Remnant forward into a Searing Chain stick they catch.
Well, suddenly things looking a whole lot better for Secret. 9-8 the score, and Lone Druid has been patiently farming away this whole time. Misery very close, leading the net worth chart. All 3 cores up there. It's still pretty close for Newbee though. Looks like they want to fight again. Engage around the Roshan pit once more. Treants are already there. Twan does get caught out in the middle of the river. They're going to jump onto Weeha, but Envy arrives with 2 hero chains. Control is trying to lock them down. The Ice Blast comes through, just clipping on Lay. Finally is the level 6 on Puppey. They're not done just yet. Envy looking to continue, but Hal turning with auto attacks. Envy's going to have to get out of here. The bashes can do him in. He's going to Remnant, but it's not very far. The Goose stacks up. The Quills finish the job. A 2-1 thus far, and they're hunting more. Good body blocking from Misery. There's some nice micro to keep him alive, but Lay just heads the other way. To Pylai die as the cast continues to bounce, slows things down, but the damage is enormous. And Newbee will grab 3rd kill, their turn to reply. And maybe their turn to take a Roche.
Yeah, this is just that...
Oh, Magnetize is ready again, though.
Yeah, fighting into that did not go well for them last time, but this stage of the game where Newbee have the ability to just constantly fight. Prophet can always kind of be active, ready to go, has gone through this very early game build phase. Drums. Bristleback, an amazing fighter here like around the 12 to 15 minute mark, and a hero like Lone Druid comes to that fight, but just doesn't offer anywhere near what a Bristleback or a Prophet does, because he's farming up, he's holding on to 2k gold. Until he has a Radiance, he's just not really a big threat in a fight like that.
It's basically 2k net worth they don't actually have. We'll see a snipe in the top lane though. Hal gets picked off, and that ends a killing spree. Good grab, the power of the Ancient Apparition Ember duo, Fire and Ice. Dealing with Newbee. Oh, that's gonna buy them a little breathing room. Looks like Envy is rushing the BOTs here, saving up a lot of gold. 2,000. About to beat him out. Do we have the Chuan swap ready? Do they have eyes on Pylai Die right now? They're going to drop that ward up the hill.
Back in the road.
And they really want this thing.
There's Radiant Vision that saw them walk in though.
And immediately Secret saying, nah.
Magnetize Ice Blast.
Not like that. Oh god, Newbee, this could leave a mark. They've got the veil up as they throw in the boulder. Ooh, that could have been super ugly, but still, they want to fight this. They're going to charge onto Weeha. The wall gets dropped. They're committing a lot for the Earth Spirit. They will bring him down, and that is the team fight.
Yep, and they've got
out
back
immediately.
So, and probably just Ice Blast too early there. I think you need to wait for the Earth Spirit to be in position to get the rolling boulder or the stun. That should have been a huge secret win. When you catch 3 heroes in the pick, Ice Blast with Magnetize, you're just going to wipe them out. There's no defensive play Newbee can make to keep them alive there, but they just rush it.
Did Envy buy the BOTs, or what is he going for?
He must have. He's had the money for it. It's on the crew, I guess.
Yeah, I was going to say, if he even had this there, he could have cleaned up, but...
Oh,
Envy in trouble. The Sprout's going to find him. He's got another Remnant. And he does not have a teleport, but they'll let him go, knowing the tier 1's up and Secret are respawning. And finally, the bots will arrive. Even a nice blast, just anticipating that little skirmish breaking out. Puppey was ready to assist, but won't be needed.
Just gonna refill up his mana and come back, it looks like, and try and find some pickoffs up here. But Orchid coming soon, so it's gonna get a lot harder for Envy to be playing aggressive and to even look to split push when the Orchid's online. And he doesn't, I'm not sure what Envy's kind of philosophy on the Emperor is, if he feels he needs to rush Manta, or typically I think you see at least the Battle Fury before the Manta, even when you're against an Orchid.
It used to be pretty popular to get the Manta first, especially in Southeast Asia, but yeah, I would say lately we have not seen much.
And you're
of it.
more worried about like the push threat and being able to defend high ground against a Prophet Bristle push with Venge, so Battle Fury kind of going to be more useful than a Manta there.
Look at this, the Bristle Blink just rushes it
Damn.
Wants to just jump December.
I think it's the first I've ever seen a Bristle like
I've
rush.
I've
Blink.
seen it, but it's never nearly this.
Yeah,
early.
it's like a late game when you've got like a Bissell, SMY, like SMY, BKB, then you get Blink. That's one thing. But...
Oh, they're committing on the Miz, or Chuan's decided to go in. The rest of the team's like, no, what are you doing, Chuan? But now they gotta go for it. The back's there. Misery's low, not finished off yet. The Magnetize comes out to combine with the Veil. A lot of damage on the Newbee. Pylai Die, though, is gonna be the next man down, and a rampaging Armadillo charges forward. Turning on to Weeha now, who rolls the other direction. Come find, catch me if you can. He throws out the boulder, the stun. The Magnetize still going this whole time. Incredible Earth Spirit control to salvage this fight. How will drop us the Nature's Prophet? So far, 2 for 3. Weeha still alive, kicking them back. Has the Veil ready again. He's gonna roll away. Still retreating. Incredible stuff from Weeha, who just won't give up without a fight, but at long last they'll muscle him down. A 3 for 3 in the end. And Bristle wants to make it maybe a 3 for 4, but Envy says, yeah, I'm just gonna be off here farming top. Don't worry about me.
If he had another 2 or 3 stones there, he could have done even more, but that was just insane what Earth Spirit can do.
That Magnetize just would not end. And the best part was he was not only getting extra stones for the Magnetize, but he was also using them for the kicks and the rolls.
I mean, Bristle stayed alive the entire fight,
He
spamming
did
cool sprays.
3,200.
Yeah.
Oh my
I mean, Bristle did 2k, and it felt like Bristle was just spamming cools the entire time hitting heroes.
Jesus. That Veil build is really good.
Yeah.
Especially when you get it that early.
Radiant's middle tower.
Maybe Newbee are going to think about a pipe after that, but they still have their Aegis, and they are going to pressure here.
I gotta imagine Dax is probably like already on route to a pipe. I don't even think you want to finish your Greaves. You may even go pipe over Blink because of just how important that teamfight aspect is. Doesn't feel like they desperately need a Blink for the initiation. They're gonna have the teamfight advantage, assuming they don't just all die to Magtides.
Newbee grouping up in the mid lane and continue to apply pressure. About a minute and a half left, maybe a bit less on the Aegis, and they're trying to take advantage of it. Envy is the man in front here. He's going to hold the line, and they blink in with Moo, trying to immediately force them back. They will succeed. Envy hit Remnant, but it was in an awkward location over the tree line. Suddenly caught out here. It's in a bit of danger. The Ice Blast, though, comes through together with the Casca and the Maledict. Magnetize now flowing. Newbee are going to start melting to this. Oh my goodness, already 2 down. Bristle back out of the fight, but he will be coming back for round number 2 with the Aegis. He's going to get anything done this time. He's going to dive on Weeha. Not going to commit too much farther, so they lose Envy, who has felt like he's a bit on tilt this series as it's progressed. Some unnecessary deaths here. He did spend his gold at least, but these deaths are racking up. Still overall a win for Secret.
Another fight, 1800 damage. He couldn't refresh the stones because he was low on HP. He had to roll out back to his own base, but that was just another huge showing coming out from the Earth Spirit.
And that's with Envy just basically doing nothing and getting caught out right away. If he gets to a point where he has farm and can contribute, that's going to be a real problem for Newbee.
And Lone Druid, very close to Radiance, had like 4.7 gold. Guess he hadn't bought the Relic yet, and just needs the Relic and Radiance recipe, so Misery... I think he just bought the Radiance recipe at base, and probably just needs a bit more for the Relic. What's he looking at? Yeah. So he's got a 19-20 minute Radiance.
This is the dream timing, I would say, for Lone Druid.
It still doesn't feel like Secret are going to be like, okay, we've got Radiance, we're strong in a fight now, because Envy is going to get, well, now there's an Orchid to counter him, and if Newbee can get to like mech plus pipe, they're going to be strong.
Speaking of Envy, does get caught out and picked up. The Orchid works its magic.
Fresh pickup, and Envy was not ready. That was on respawn. You mentioned it was on tilt, and I was going to completely agree with you. Well, he's showing he's not playing like.
Honestly though, like
Envy.
they're very strong without him. With the Radiance, the Veil, and the Earth Spirit, like I feel like that plus an Ice Blast can wipe Newbee, aside from the Bristle maybe.
And something a lot of the players have talked about, when you're the one drafting or captaining, your play sometimes suffers a bit. It happened to S4 on the past Secret team, where he wasn't playing like that world-class mid that he was known to be when he was doing the drafting and captaining. I don't know if Envy's making all the shot calling, but he has been the drafter for this tournament, so...
Yeah, and it seems like Secret have been sure of how they want to approach their draft.
You have to multitask and think about so much more than just your own individual play, that sometimes it does suffer a little bit as a result.
We're going to beat down that bear bit, but Newbee not able to kill it off. Oh, we'll see if Envy can get it together. He does have a lot of help here from the team. As Hal's gonna TP away back to the well. Tower has taken quite a beating there in the bottom lane.
Arcane Rune Bristle, that's...
Ooh. It's good. And a haste.
Juicy.
Oh, they're looking for the
there.
Lone Druid. TP's coming out. Misery's gotta be
Evacuate.
careful. Does Newbee have any vision? Doesn't
Good
look
map
like it.
awareness. and good bear positioning to scout them when the smoke pops.
And you can see Pi just hiding in the trees, but oh, Pi, he's gonna end up tanking this one. But this will be another kill to Team Newbee. How joins it. Immediately they're ready to go onto the tower. Ice Blast comes through along with the Radiant Bird and might be able to kill off the support here. Sprouting the bear, Newbee will back away. And wise they do, as the Earth Spirit is hot on the chase.
If there was like a stat for smoke ganks tanked, I feel like Pilot would be #1, without a doubt.
He's definitely in the top few. And especially with the way that they play, it's really because of support to be tanking those ganks.
Absolutely, because and same with the old Cloud9, where it was a similar kind of thing where they're often split farming and playing a lot more kind of quote-unquote rap Dota type playstyle. So having a support who can kind of fill that role and tank the smoke gank and get you that scouting information is very beneficial. Ideally no one dies, but if it's someone, it's better to Pilot Eye.
Newbee in quite good shape here overall, though. They still have some time before Envy becomes a relevant factor in the game. And I imagine they're going to wait for the next Roach before they start threatening the high ground, perhaps, as they all tank up here. Ogre Cloak coming out now for Lei. And the Bristleback just continuing to beef up in his own right. Definitely don't want to let it drag too much, though, with the amount of split push Secret have. It's just the bear ratting its way around.
Yeah.
It's going to be very tough to deal with.
They are going to get, it's going to get harder and harder to deal with the split push, but when I see these like support duos like Venge Spirit Breaker, they just go so well late game. Like Venge scales amazingly well, just because of the aura, the Roche taking potential, the swap saves. You've got a low cooldown stun. Like this hero late game is just incredible with what it can do, even in that kind of 4 or 5 position role. Spirit Breaker, similar thing, having Nether Strike through BKBs can benefit a lot from just having a small item here or there.
That is absolutely for sure.
Late game will come down a lot more to the execution, and Secret don't have that big like team fight spell necessarily. Like the Magnetize for now is good, but you get to late game, it's the Darkseer Vacuum Wall, and even like a Spirit Breaker with the AoE charge and the Nether Strike, which does a lot more than just Magnetize is pure damage. It doesn't actually give you a crazy team fight. The Boulder Smash is the more important spell in the late game for Secret as far as the Earth Spirit's concerned, and outside of that, they're kind of lacking a team fight specialist. They will have to entirely be reliant on the split push. And not just like the big team fight, Newbee also have the better catch with the Venge.
Oh, they're charging. They're trying to find that Earth Spirit. Lei is going to look for the Nether Strike. He commits on the Weehow very far in. Has the backup though. The back comes through. A magnificent one, but the Magnetize also fantastic. And they got off the Maledict through this together with the Death Ward. Is going to drive Newbee back, send them on their heels. 3 melt, and that was just a bridge too far for Newbee to dive. They catch out Moo as well. Again, Weehaw connecting, and Envy is going to arrive, clean up, collect a little bit of additional gold for his trouble. Ends the streak on the Bristle. That is the Battle Fury, and well, Newbee just bit off way more than they could chew there.
Yeah. I mean, I honestly still, even seeing that, like I stand by Newbee have the better team fight, just not when you give Witch Doctor like a cask onto 2 or 3 heroes with a 2 to 3 hero Maledict. Followed up with a
great Magnetize with the Veil.
Veil, Maledict, like, whoa, that's just brutal damage coming out. Like
that was just a really overzealous dive.
Yeah.
They went super far, and Secret knew it was coming for at least like 5 seconds before the Nether Strike even hit.
Yeah, Newbee don't need to go for that. They must have just thought they had that pick up on Earth Spirit, and if they kill Earth Spirit, they win the fight. But Pilot Eye just the exact position he needed to be in to turn that one around.
So is this just going to be the straight X? No, he gets a BKB.
Oh, honors.
Good against the Orchid.
Oh, yeah.
Probably the biggest way that they could shut down the Secret team fight would be silencing him.
He gets incredibly tanky off this. He's actually farming ridiculously well, like on par with an Eternal Envy Ember Spirit.
Who has not come to like a single fight. And the ones he has come to, he's largely died. Move, meanwhile, will complete a more modest item here, just getting a Sanjin Yasha to call his own.
I think Secret likely to find the game slowed down a bit by Newbee now. They're going to play more towards that late game, farm up their BKBs on heroes like Spirit Breaker, Bristleback, and secure Roshan, farm their Ancients, farm their side of the map, their jungle, and it's going to be up to Secret to make plays over the next kind of stage of the game, or contest Roshan because of that.
No, speaking of the Roche, Newbee have been really prioritizing this guy, and they are going back to it now. shortly after the respawn. Bringing the Treants in, the Space Cow also sprinting his way towards the pit. Nobody from Secret in position to contest. They've got great fighting potential around this pit, but they don't have the map control to get in there. So it is another Aegis to move. And now the question becomes, what do Newbee look for with this Aegis? There's only 2 outer towers left. So
I
not
don't,
too many freebies.
I don't feel it's a huge sin to just farm a bit with it or try and find a pick-off, but I don't think they should be looking to just 5-man push and break high grounds. At most, they take some out of tower. It's like tier 2s. But yeah, there we go. Dark's here, putting together the hood, going to be building into the pipe. But pipe, BKBs, like these are the kind of items I feel like they need to be getting to stand a better chance to withhold themselves against the Magnetize, the Ice Blast.
Look at this. How is going Maelstrom? So we're not going to see what seems to be the standard build, the Octarine Ags.
Yeah. Mjolnir on Bristleback is pretty damn scary. He's popping on him and he goes blinking, running in.
Running in onto Pylai die, but the stun interrupts the charge. A sick kick from Lee, and then he rolls in, pops his BKB. Ice Blast is there, gets up to Magnetize, so too. They manage to pop the Witch Doctor Maledict, and he just goes to work with auto attacks. He cancels 2 heroes on the retreat. He drags back the boulder, almost finishing off House solo. He's also killed off the Spirit Breaker through this, but then the mech comes in, and Newbee are going to converge on Wee. Perhaps he's in too far. Now he needs backup, needs help, needs that bear roar, needs it now. Misery there with the save, the bailout. They've lost their Prophet. They jump back in with the Bristle, eager for a little vengeance, but Wee kicks them away. They just can't finish off this Earth Spirit. Finally, they get the job done. My goodness gracious, he is out of his mind right now.
Lone Druid Illusion. Looked like a mud golem or something. What is this? But man, yeah, Wee just goes running in.
Even if they lose this game, Wee has been playing absolutely godly on Earth Spirit. Jurix has competition.
Absolutely. This tournament has just made me think just that is Jurix the best Earth Spirit player? Because there's
a new sheriff in town here.
There's looking like there's 2 or 3 amazing Earth Spirit players now. It's no longer just going to be the Jurix show in that hero.
They have completed their pipe, and considering where Secret's damage comes from, that's a big pickup for Newbee.
Yeah. And the mech kind of kept Prophet alive for much longer in that fight. Hal played. I think Hal just thought he was dead because he had the Orchid. Could have used it earlier on the Earth Spirit.
Prophet was looking for the Ember in the trees, but Envy is able to jump himself away in time. Used his last Remnant for that. Has gone for the Blink, so full-on rat build coming out now.
Yep. It's like a kind of poor man's solution to the Orchid because you've got to be able to do damage before you can. If you get silence, you can instant blink away if you're fast. And
he's just not able to get this Maelstrom into his inventory. It's been a while since Hal originally bought the components. Finally, we'll get it.
Lone Druid AC. Oh. The other nice thing about the Maelstrom Mjolnir build is it means you're not entirely physical damage because Lone Druid now has AC as well. With Warcry, he gets a ton of armor, and having a bit of magic damage as well means you're not just relying on the Bristleback physical damage to get kills.
Yeah, that plus the Venge is a pretty heavy commitment. So, Newbee, after that last sequence of events, let's see if they can get anything more. Still have one, I think there's still a tier 2 top, right, for the Radiant? Got the 1 outer tower. Yeah, but that's it. So beyond that, if they look for objectives, they're going to have to go high ground. And going high ground against Secret is no laughing matter.
I think that's where they're going to struggle for a bit, but they can fight on their own terms outside of on the map. And like the bear is actually kind of hard to use against even just something like Nasal Goo from the Bristleback. Gets cut quite badly and becomes a lot squishier and easier to kill with all the slows.
Well, the items just keep on coming for Weehaw, and he has earned them. That is for sure. Gets the Blade Mail now. So he's now got 20 armor, 2,000 health, magic immunity, and he does an insane amount of damage. He might even look for
doesn't
the
hero do?
He apparently can't BKB dodge that one. Now he's going to pop the BKB. He even deploys the Magnetize, and he's going to send Moo packing, but Moo's okay with that.
It's a pretty short cooldown ultimate. At 80 seconds. Just another thing the hero has going for it. Use a Magnetize to no avail. Okay. 75 seconds later, it's back.
Envy getting chased out by the Prophet a bit. They did have a charge streaking in, but the timing is not going to be right to even threaten for a kill.
Yeah, Orchid was used, but didn't look like they came close to catching him. Oh, Seeping top? Possibly Secret. They don't have Magnetized. It's a very hard time for them to take a fight.
Chuan maybe? He sees Envy and he wants a piece of that action.
I think the free back kill.
Not easy. Oh, you say free. I don't know. Might be a free Moo kill. Chuan forced to swap him out. He does manage to dodge the Ice Blast as well. Very good disengage from Newbee. And now the re-engage with the vacuum wall connecting on everybody, forcing them all back. The Death Ward is there to zone out the Newbee heroes as they chase it, and the cat bounces again. The Maledict onto 2 heroes. Secret holding serve, and then Weehaw rolling away, laughing quietly to himself.
So,
a lot of really good individual plays from both teams there, but Secret, in the end, able to come out on top.
Yeah. They didn't have the BKB magnetized, but it didn't matter for them. And Newbee, yeah. It was really nice time to engage. It was as the Aegis expired, so they knew they didn't have to worry about the hero just kind of running in, dying with Aegis, coming back and completely screwing them over.
Newbee now grabbing their Vladimir's offering as well, so trying to put these items together to deal with the Ember Spirit's growing physical damage and get into that base. They still have not taken that last tier too.
Yeah, it's just like the full, everyone itemizing for the 5-man, getting the Vlads, getting BKBs on all your core heroes. Bristleback, that was his latest pickup now. Like having a lot of just kind of, no real big scary late game items. There's no like Abyssal AC type items, but like BKB, SMY, Vanguard, Blink, just very stable and strong kind of mid-game oriented focus for Newbee.
Well, Vlad's to match the Newbee Vlad. Secret grabbing theirs, and Misery continues to keep the farm going. He is still the leader in net worth after all of this, while Envy crawls his way back into the game and finds himself third most farm. They are going to isolate late. They get the boulder, pull back, stun, silence combo, and down he will go.
And they've, like, Newbee has decided a big problem for their lineup right now is that Spirit Breaker doesn't have BKB. That's why he keeps going to this top lane, trying to farm, get some alone time, because they want to finish his BKB so he can be the initiator to start the fight. You can't expect to have Darkseid just be able to run and get a good vacuum wall unless someone starts the fight for him, so having Spirit Breaker in that position works for them. That's how they got a good vacuum wall last fight, but Spirit Breaker always dies without a BKB.
Envy, Daedalus coming very soon here.
Yeah, he's not even bothering with
Pressure up top.
the Manta against the Orchid. That's just how confident he is.
Oh. Moo, thwarted by the bear. That thing's really annoying.
So obnoxious. Oh, you want to fight? No, it's like a poor man's Song of the Siren.
And then when he does want to fight, he gets like 5 roots and bashes in a row, you know?
Oh yeah.
What a hero.
And just mass armor now. So yeah, Vlad's with the AC means, again, Newbee don't really have much outside of physical damage right now.
Definitely have lost some of their map control here. The lanes are pushing out a lot more for Secret. You can see them just feeling more confident, spreading out. Spreading their wings across the map.
Prophet just isn't as scary as he needs to be at this stage to threaten those heroes who are split pushing. Like, feels like he's not in a position where he can't be pushing out lanes too easily because he will get caught out. There's Ember, there's Earth Spirit, there's the Ice Blast, which is global. Doesn't go for the Ag Scepter, so he's not going to push out the lanes as much by nature. And until he gets something like a Scythe of Ice, he's not going to be able to really scare the Ember Spirit with just the Orchid alone anymore.
Yeah, that and or a Spirit Breaker getting a Shadow Blade, but
yeah.
Given that he's going BKB, we're not going to see that.
Yeah, if Spirit Breaker had a better time this game, I think there's like 9 deaths on Spirit Breaker. If he had BKB maybe 5-10 minutes ago and was already like on the way to a Shadow Blade, I think Newbee would be in a really good position. But the Spirit Breaker not being there, and this is an important hero for them scaling into the late game, makes it a bit trickier. And Secret side, similarly, or even in worse position, is their supports. Like their AA is not going for Midas, just has a Ghost Scepter, will not be able to farm an Ag Scepter this game unless somehow he miraculously survives a team fight, gets a kill on like a carry, and suddenly gets like a K gold out of it. So Secret aren't going to see their support scale into the late game. Earth Spirit's not quite peaking as far as what he can get item-wise. He can still throw in the Ag Scepter and then you get that crazy Ags upgrade, but some of their heroes are getting at least close to that max capacity.
Envy continues ascent to net worth now, and closing in on second as he completes a Daedalus. The items keep piling in, and well, meanwhile Newbee yet to break base. Let's see if they're going to be able to do this third Aegis now. Cheese will also be picked up, and it's a very quick route. They grab it, but Secret are looking to contest. There's the BOT in from Envy, quickly backs away, and the Volt kick comes through. Weehaw engaging, putting his whole combo onto Chuan, who's very tanky. Not an easy grab. Envy jumps into Event Stun, but there's not much follow-up here. He isolates Chuan, will bring him down. However, the trade is going to be Misery. The big bear has been slain and sent packing as they teleport forward for Highlight Eye. He goes for the out charge coming through. Oh, almost got him in time. Envy escaping right as they also chase after him. He's going to remnant out. Blinks away. Has BOT's 10. Looks like he will dodge the gap. So they were forced to pop the Prophet Cheese there in the midst of it.
Okay, Prophet Cheese and a lot of BKBs, not just the Prophet one on the teamfight recap. There was like Bristle. I think everyone used like 3 beats. Spirit Breaker used his. Bristle did not, it looks like, but yeah, I saw a Spirit Breaker. And then
the Earth used this as well.
Oh yeah, Earth Spirit, that's right. Yeah. Let's say I'm pretty sure I saw a lot of gold shiny heroes.
Uh-oh, Envy-chan! He'll TP. But yeah, when that Hex comes out, things will get a little trickier for Secret. Assuming he gets one. Still a ways away.
I'm a little nervous for Newbee though. There was a kind of phase where there was a lot of teams running Crystal mid. Liquid were doing it with Fata, a lot of the CIS teams were doing it, and it would just dominate for the early to mid game, and then you'd get to late game and about 45-ish minutes in, suddenly the hero just got kited, didn't do enough damage because it goes for all these items like BKB, SMY, Vanguard, which aren't like these crazy late game single target DPS items, and then suddenly it starts to fall off, which is maybe where we're approaching with Moo's Bristleback if Newbee aren't careful.
Yeah, you're also at the point where they have the burst with Envy and on the data list, as long as he can get caught.
Got Melodic to help you out. You've got,
and they don't have a combo like Swap Lasso this game. You've got Swap into Nether Strike, Swap into Orchid, I guess.
Swap Hex. Not get that Hex up. That's going to be the.
That's not going to be for a while if you're a newbie.
Yeah, they have they spend the money on the Mjolnir, which I think is definitely worth it when you can pop it on Bristleback.
Yeah,
and that makes him a
the way they've itemized is not to take this ultra late game. I mean, you mentioned all the Bristle items, and you've got Elstrom, Orchid. These are much more mid-game focused items. Mass BKBs. They do want to end this game fairly soon, Newbie, if they can.
Yeah, we'll see what Bristle gets. If he gets something in AC, it's basically saying that they want to end and not go too late. If he goes for more like Abyssal, he's saying, I can go late game, I can also pick off someone like the Ember Spirit, Blink Abyssal, a great way to initiate and try and kill Envy.
Abyssal would be really good.
Yeah, I quite like it as a Vanguard replacement. Then you can TP and Prophet. The problem is with Prophet TPing in is he can't do damage. He has to instantly Orchid, but then Envy just blinks away.
Down Weehaw down in the river. The KB tries to roll away, and in a moment of panic, he's going to hesitate here. Now gets caught out. Now we'll roll with the BKB, and Ember zipping out as well. Newbie trying to get vision here for the chase forward. Moo with the blink in. Wee with the jump away. It looks like he should escape in the end, though. Too late. Continues the pursuit, just barely out of range to lock him down. Close call there from Weehaw.
Yep. If Too Late may get a BKB himself. I felt like you could see in that last team fight where he gets stunned, silenced. He could definitely benefit from a BKB, but at the same time, the Hex is just going to become a crucial item for Newbie as well. So probably a bit of a decision to make there, whether he goes for BKB or Hex on Darkseer.
Well, Envy had a very rough start this game, but he is back in it now on a mega kill streak, 9-5-4, leader in net worth. And more Secret, their core's getting confident, getting aggressive, and keeping these lanes pushed out against Newbie, making it harder to actually use this Aegis.
This is starting to turn into like one of those classic Envy Ember games. You're going to see rapiers and
get some caffeine, guys.
Yeah,
or have a nap because we might be in for a long one.
And the draft doesn't push. Like you've got Lone Druid, yes, but Ember not a pushing hero at all. Or Spirit, amazing in team fights, but
Druid.
Not going to push. And Newbie have good high ground defense with the Darkseer and just Bristle as well, being such a great hero just to engage with, have run in. There's the threat of the swap catch that can pull heroes deep into the Newbie base, so no real way for Secret to push this one unless they're winning a fight and team wiping Newbie out.
Yeah, you can just see in Envy's playstyle that he is more and more feeling like he's got the position he needs to play aggressively.
That's where Spirit Breaker wished he bought a Midas this game. Saber AA, yeah, even AA. The Ghost Scepter's been like nice to save him in some of the fights where Bristle's like blinking in trying to kill him, but
Yeah, Puppy is up to 2k. Curious to see what he goes for.
I think more so for the Spirit Breaker. The not getting a Midas this game is proven to be a bit costly. Hard to really tell at the time because you're expecting to maybe be able to fight and win earlier. And there we go. Will be Abyssal from Bristleback. He picks up a Basher and almost has the money. Doesn't actually have to replace the Vanguard since he opens up a slot from the Aegis.
It's going to be a big item for Moo now. And maybe some pick-off potential. This is their first true, like, instant initiation.
So, I mean, Envy's response may be to get something like a Lincoln's if he sees this. And he's got a lot of money banked up. He's got 2 empty item slots. Well, item slots he can make kind of open up. So it could be like a Lincoln's rape.
Look here, the debut, the missile's online, and he thinks about it on the Weehaw, but not gonna
Escape. You blink and then you roll Boulder and suddenly you're 3,000 range away.
Yeah, maybe Prophet is the counter with the global TP. But you gotta know where he's going.
Yeah. Profit 3k. Mention Hex. Just feels essential. Always has to be the next item. I think with the way they're struggling to find kills, and in this game, Darks is probably thinking that a Hex is going to give them more playmaking potential than a BKB. And yeah, he's going Hex.
Double Hex.
Definitely agree at this stage, based on their inability to find kills, that Hex is going to offer more.
Yeah, Tule getting close to his own,
Yeah.
so...
And Prophet hasn't bought anything yet, but if it's anything other than a Hex, I'd be pretty shocked.
Newbee are gonna try to call on the Exterminators and clean up this infestation that the Embers created.
So
They'll have 3 ways to deal with the rat,
Yeah.
so...
And that's
pretty
where-
good at it, at that point. Plus the Spirit Breaker maybe gets the Shadow Blade. Yep.
yeah, I think that'd be a great item pickup.
Dire's structures are fortified.
And then Envy will go from feeling like he can do whatever he wants to being very nervous and needing supports behind him.
Lincoln's becomes very core for him, but even then there's a way to cancel it. Like you can insta break it with a charge and then have the hero like ready to hex or like blink Abyssal as you break
over
it.
near the Dire Ancients, some warding going on. They are posting up a bit here. It seems like Secret are getting in position to try and fight this one. The TP and the Ember to the north, our Spirit rolls down from the
Swan
south.
is jammed, they don't really want to lose this one.
They really are hunting from Weehaw with the long range kick. Twan with the clever footwork dodge it, but still he's been caught out here, gets silenced up. The bear comes in with the fail burn damage. Twan is going to going down. That's gem picked off. Do they get anything else? They're still hunting here. No, Newbee are going to back.
Yeah. And the gem not the biggest deal, like Venge's item progression's kind of already stagnating, so you can just buy another one when it's available. And there's the Shadow Blade, so like Newbee doing everything right as far as optimization goes. Is just outmaneuvering them around the map, preventing any pickoffs. You've got your Abyssal Blade, you're gonna have Hexes soon, you're gonna have the Shadow Blade on Spirit Breaker. Can you actually find these pickoffs? That's kind of the big question mark right now as far as this game's concerned.
And how is get close to the next? At this point, 5,000 gold banked up. And a fresh Roshan, number 4, at 44 minutes in. Ready to go. Though Aegis has not proven to do much this game, aside from give some gold.
I'll give them overconfident push and feed secret kills.
It's
been
maybe done more for Secret than Newbee.
But yeah, 1200 stacks your Hex. Similar story for the Prophet, I think it was. And with Roche back up, they don't have
Dire's
buybacks here,
middle
so
tower is
Secret
under attack.
could try and capitalize on that if they realize what's going on. But lane and Wrath of Nature is just going to keep on pushing these lanes out, making things and life a bit more difficult. But always good deep pushing.
Yeah, that and the bear.
What did Envy buy? He's got the courier going to the shop. Is it going to be Rapier or Lincoln's is the question. Lincoln's, okay. Safe choice, and the Rapier follow-up is most likely, almost certain, unless he needs MKB, but no one's got evasion, so Rapier will be his final item, and then he may even get, and then he starts getting backup Rapiers.
Gets his moon shards, they hit buildings quicker.
You can, I think even like, replacing something like a Battlefield or the Rapier and at certain stages is nice as well, so he's in that luxury territory.
Depends how hard they're with the Prophet, but his build doesn't really let him clear the waves that easily. No Octarine, no eggs.
It's more, if you're high ground defending, I've seen Embers replace it just for the single target hero damage. But yeah, both teams know Roche is up. This makes life interesting for the two teams. Newbee have decisions to make. They're the ones who kind of have to decide, do we go in or not? And so they're going to kind of play reactionary to Newbee's decision here.
Well, game is definitely slowed down to Secret's liking. 46 minutes in, scored 27 to 21. Pretty damn even overall in terms of map control and levels of confidence from both teams.
Dire's middle tower is
Newbee
under
are
attack.
starting to inch their way forward into that Roach pit, but Puppy keeps tabs on it with the Ice Vortex.
Top lane's being pressured. Envy. Oh, okay, Envy's on it though.
Yeah, this game they have a hero that can actually get those lanes pushed out. No Weaver.
So Swap Hex is kind of the combo to look out for now. With did they get the Darker Hex? No, they didn't. Prophet is not. Okay, he's getting close to it. Yeah,
It's going MKB. It looks like. All right, they have found Puppy. Let's start this one off. Oh, off the bat, the Ice Blast is chucked out, but Puppy's down into the trees. He will fall. Weehaw could be in trouble here. Moo trying to control him and lock him down, but then a big combo coming out on the Earth Spirit together with the Death Ward pummels down the Spirit Breaker, at least for the time being. How meanwhile dropping on the Nature's Prophet as Misery starts to chop some wood, brings down 2 in his own right. And we'll force them out. Too late. Now the third grab of the fight. Envy not going to be able to burst him down in time, though. Still, they force them back. They're going to lose Chuan as well. The Bear reigns supreme. And now Secret, reinvigorated from walking into that Roach pit.
Everyone's getting super kited. Like, the AA stays alive for so bloody long just because of a Ghost Scepter. They have no magic damage to kill these heroes. Same thing for Misery. They kind of half went on Misery, got him down to half HP. He pops Ghost Scepter and then they can't focus him. And then suddenly Misery just managed to get himself in a better position and stay alive. Like, they actually are getting owned in that team fight solely because of Ghost Scepters, it felt like, more than anything.
Secret now for the first time this game, get an Aegis, get a Cheese, and should be officially in the lead here. Overall, maybe they do need the Hex here as well in the Dark Seer.
And they desperately need some hexes and
the MKB. It was an awkward time to not have those items. They were so close to both. Got punished. Now Spirit Breaker, or rather, Lone Druid with his own Abyssal Blade up on the Bear. So continues his impressive farm progression. Envy hunts the
Darkseer
Darkseer to the south. He almost
like
dodged them.
juked them by like running towards them.
And then he jukes them by dying.
Yeah, try and kill me now, guys.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
Joke's on you, I'm already dead.
I really don't like Prophet going for MK. This seems super
Dire's
suspect.
middle tower is under
Not getting
attack.
Hex. I guess the logic is that Darkseer is already going for one, and so you've got the swap Hex there, but their lack of control and disable, like they can't. You Hex, you can't go Scepter.
Dire's
You can
middle
control the
tower
Ember.
has
House problem has not been dishing out right-click damage. It's either staying alive or
Hal's got
stunned.
issues here. Hello.
Yeah.
Gets caught out in the trees. Witch Doctor, our observer, is falling asleep there at the wheel. Lost control of the keyboard, but that's okay. They still get the kill in the end.
Yeah, Envy playing responsible Dota, not picking up rapiers. He probably looked at that last fight where the Darkseer just TP'd away in his
Spirit
face.
rolling in now, looking for the Bristleback.
Oh, he kicked him.
And he kicked him back. Oh, moves out pretty far.
Envy, that's Bristle over there. They don't want to fight him, I guess, with the BKB.
Regeneration.
But like looking at the end of the last fight, he could have potentially mini bashed the Darkseer to cancel a TP. But other than that, evasion is not really a thing for Newbee. They've got a Solar Crest, is what they've got there.
Now Secret are getting confident, marching up the bottom lane with the Lone Druid. They're gonna smack down the tower here, and now they do siege incredibly fast with a Lone Druid this big. So Newbee are gonna have to make their stand on the base. They have a buyback on the Prophet, the lanes are pushing in. Ember's gonna join the party. Look for that Weehaw initiation with the Remnant. He is gonna drag the Bristle back into the middle of the team. And they bring him down though, the BKB's there, Abyssal Blade controlling move for now, and he's just not really all that tanky at this stage. They jump forward with B, they go for the kick, but he's got the BKB, able to survive, magnetized, does get committed. Newbee are forced back though. See the power of the Earth Spirit to catch heroes out.
And that's gonna be like the secret way to win in the late game, is to get a pick off, a key catch using the Earth Spirit Ags, pull someone in, and that core hero ideally doesn't have buyback. So Outside of that, pushing high ground is very difficult. Like they managed to get the T3 tower while Prophet's dead, but they back off once Prophet comes back alive, recognizing that that is a bit of a threat to them. More likely Newbee will try and engage using that Darkseer at that point.
Hex is now online at long last, but it feels like it may be a bit too late here.
Yeah, they're going to start looking for that swap Hex. But Secret aren't going to play into that. They're well aware it's been coming for a long time.
And they also have buybacks now. Envy's got the Lincolns as well.
Newbee's teamwork's been very good though, so I don't put it past them to do something like a charge to break the Lincolns and then insta swap Hex or get like a Blink Abyssal.
But it's going to take that is the main concern.
Oh yeah, at this stage for Newbee to win is some incredible execution. For Secret, they have much more room for error. It's a lot easier to just play their draft out. Like as far as which position you'd rather be in right now, it's Secret by far. I don't think Secret have a massive lead, but it's much easier for them just to play out this game. For Newbee, they have to make some like next level plays.
Now the siege is going to commence now. They get the bear up in front, but it will be sprouted, controlled, and take some big damage. Meanwhile, they've dragged Moo in, but this time Moo is on the aggression. Does have the Abyssal Blade on the Pile Die, almost killing off the bear. They do manage to kill it once. Got the resummon available though. And Team Secret are going to recommence the siege, it looks like. Got to be careful not to lose the bear again. They know the BKB's on cooldown for the Bristle, so the next time they pull him in, Moo may end up going down and be forced to buy back. Envy gets up in their face, jumping in, and bouncing out. Ice Blast coming through, there's the swap, initiation, trying to catch one out, and they do manage to isolate Weehawk. Can they lock him down? Envy starts to cleave his way through them though. Massive damage from the Ember Spirit, and then goes for it with auto attack. Really tearing them apart, and then the Death Ward comes out, almost finish off the entirety of the team. Those last few bounces from the Death Ward get the job done. That's 4 dead. It's about to be a team wipe. It is. They double buyback hold the line, but it might be too little too late here. How slowly working on Puppy. Moo rejoining the fray, but the F-Spirit damage stacks up. How this could well be a dieback. It will be. Prophet down twice, and well could be next is the Bristleback as they chase forward, trying to finish him off. Envy diving deep. We've seen this before Secret. It takes them forever to come online, but eventually Envy gets to that pit where he is a threat, and he is a stone cold killer. And with that, Secret hang on and force game 3. But man, they had to work for it.
Classic Team Secret Dota right now. It's scrappy, it's effective though. It gets them the win. And Newbee, like they play the kind of Dota which normally does very well against it, but this game Secret just kind of elevated their play. Newbee never really had the ability to catch the Ember Spirit after like he got the Blink Dagger up, and the Orchid just didn't really get enough value out of it. And I think the nature's